English oral test about the trilogy of Back to the Future, being them Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. So, this is a movie of that includes in the genre of scientific fiction. Okay, this movie is really important to the pop culture today because it generated very iconic movie props and scenes. Being one of the first props to be shown to us, the public, in the movies, the DeLorean time machine with Mr. Fusion implanted, so it turns time traveling possible. It's a device called Mr. Fusion that's implanted in the DeLorean. This is in the first movie where Marty McFly goes back in time accidentally. So then his work is his problem. He needs to get back to the future, and then it becomes the name of the movie. The movies, sorry. Second famous prop is the Nike Max, the auto lacing shoes that are shown in the second part of the trilogy. And I've got the Nike's Marksman right here with me that are inspired on the Nike Max shown in Back to the Future 2. So the Nike Max turned out to be real in 2015 and 2016. They made 89 pairs of it that were only sold to a real specific public that could pay really high prices. So in the second part of the movie, it's I believe it's the most famous because back in 1989 they imagined how would the future be in 2015. So this allowed the creators to have lots of creativity and put that in the movies. So they imagined flying cars, auto-lacing shoes, hoverboards, biometric scans that at that time was crazy. It wasn't even imagined. So lots of things turned out to be true, and some things are in development, like flying cars. We have like kind of a flying cars, cars that can fly for short periods of time, just prototypes. But all the things in resume are exist or are being developed nowadays. So the part 3 of the movies, they go back in Old West. Yeah, Doc Brown, the scientist who made the DeLorean with the Mr. Fusion implanted, gets stuck in the Old West. So Marty McFly needs to rescue Doc Brown from that time. So they get stuck in the Old West because they get without fuel for the DeLorean and don't know how to get back home. So they got to deal with lots of Old West situations such as gun duels and gangsters of the Old West. Doc Brown fell in love with a teacher there. So, and the most important, not the most important, but the most iconic scene from Back to the Future Part 3 is definitely where they, how can I say, stop a train. Yeah, they put a gun on the train driver, and they rob the train. Okay, so they put the DeLorean in the front of the train, so the train could push the DeLorean past 88 miles per hour and go back to the future. So yeah, kind of a spoiler. Hope you already seen the movie, but yeah, that's it. My job. So sorry for I need to get the stops because my garganta is really bad. So and I'm hungry, really hungry.